Yo, what is going on, homies? It's your boy StumpD back for another OPTC video, and in today's video we're diving into level 90 of PKA with the traditional EXP Momo teams. Now that team you see right there is the team I'm using for level 1 of the mini bosses, whether you're taking on Brook, whether you're taking on Top Musica on the map. This particular team will just tear through it. You can hit auto mode and you can just guarantee your extra drops. However, once you get to level 150, this particular PKO, by the way, is very, very challenging at 150. Once you do beat it at 150, though, you can go back and just min-max your account by farming level 90. So the first team is a no new batch team. That is the team. Those are the supports. Let's dive on in. And with Momo, he gets through stuff very, very quickly. Now, this team does use Yamato, the free-to-play Yamato, so you can get some extra drops. However, she's the only boosted character on this particular list, so she's the only way that you can get extra turtles, but we're not here for turtles, we're here for EXP. Now, as I was saying, the level 150 for this particular PKA is very, very challenging, and if you guys don't have the new batch, it's going to be a bit of a rough ride, but a lot of people will be summoning on this particular New Year's banners, so a lot of people will have this new batch. I've been putting out videos every single day with, like, the rare recruits and one of the legends. Zoro Sanji does seem to be very, very valuable for this particular fight, as they're pretty much the only unit that can remove defense up and threshold besides Quick Momo and Nami Karina. So if you guys don't have Zoro Sanji, you probably want to bring a friend captain Zoro Sanji. And then obviously Roger and Odin is basically a must as well, because there's like 2 red Haki stages, a whole bunch of despair, and type orbs are unfavorable as well. But with the type orbs being unfavorable, Momo is very good at getting around that, because his super type gives you a full bot of Wano slots. Now, we are using Odin and Toki to trigger the super type on this particular team. We do have the Raizo support and the Garb support on what's his name? Kuzan, so we get rid of the special bind on stage 3, plus with Momo's captain, we can just get around the bind, and stage 3 is just super easy peasy. On stage 4, though, you do get paralyzed on your right-hand side for 5 turns. It's 5 turns of damage reduction, and the left-hand side gets 2 turns of special reverse, plus a special lock for 1 perfect hit. Now, this is where Yamato comes into play. Yamato gets cooldowns, plus she has the support of Nami to give everyone else some cooldowns. She'll then give some cooldowns herself, and as long as you're running a ship with 1 turn of cooldown, you'll be able to get your Momo special ready to go, so that way you can activate it on this particular stage to get rid of the damage reduction. Momo's also going to give himself a Wano slot. You can use the swap of Odin and Toki. That's going to give you an orb buff, and then you can actually get color affinity with the swap of Ace Sabo. Now, tapping with Momo is going to extend the attack boost. However, the problem with this particular run, or the level 90, is when you do hit Whitebeard, he is actually going to wipe away your positive effects. Now, as you can see here, Marco has a lot of HP, and you're locked onto Marco, so make sure to take him out first. The back units don't have that much HP. You should be able to just sort of kill them with whatever units you haven't tapped with. On the final stage against Marco, all type orbs, they just basically do less damage. You just don't want to be using type orbs. On the last stage as well, there's 5 turns of defense up or threshold, so this is where the Kuzan comes into play so nicely. Kuzan can not only remove the 5 turns of defense up or threshold, but Kuzan also gives you an attack boost for free spirit and shooter characters for 2 turns. Now, you're going to lose that because of the remove positive effects, but you have to deal with 5 turns of despair on this stage, and then on the revive. So that's where Ace Sabo comes into play. They remove the despair, but they also give us an orb buff. We can then use Kuzan to remove the defense up or the threshold, get an attack boost, and then just switch with Ace Sabo, so that way you're getting color affinity as well. With that, you can take out this stage nice and easy. As you can see, so once you hit with start hitting with your quick free spirit characters, you are going to do a lot more damage. And then on the revive, you basically lose all your positive buffs. You then get another 5 turns of despair after sockets, and this is where Odin and Toki is going to come into play. Odin and Toki are going to remove the despair, they're going to give you color affinity and the slash resistance, and then we can use our other Momo to get more Wano orbs and an attack buff. You're also going to get a captain swap. You can abuse this, so Ace Sabo becomes your captain every single time. However, if Odin and Toki become captain on the revive, you have plenty of damage with your slasher characters to just take it out easy peasy lemon squeezy. So that is the no new batch team. You can switch with Odin and Toki as well, so that way you get an orb buff for slashers too. It's not essential, depending on how you fall with Odin and Toki, and if you get a tandem orb like you see here, you actually have access to the super tandem as well for Momo, so that's something else that you guys can use. Whitebeard only comes back with 60% HP on level 90, or up to level 100, so it is a very nice easy kill for the no new batch team. However, as I was saying, a lot of people did summon on the New Year's banners, and rightfully so. Like, this particular banner is very, very good, and the units are exceptional. Plus, Zoro Sanji is definitely like a top 5 best unit in the game, so a lot of people were sort of gunning for that particular character. So this particular team does use some of the batch, and still uses Momo for level 90. So we're using Kinemon, as well as Zoro and Sanji. Now, unfortunately, that's pretty much all I could squeeze on, because we still have to deal with Despair. So I still needed some characters that could take care of that for me. For this team, I'm using the Nami support, as well as the Pirate Festival Rare Recruit, Kobe, funny enough. Mainly for the Garp support, so I can still use Raizo. That way I don't have to wait, I don't have to deal with stage 3. I can just use the captain ability of Momo and that support, or the supports, to get around that. But this is the batch team, that was the team, those are the supports. Let's dive on in. Once again, Momo does things very, very quickly. I would highly recommend using the Whale Shark ship, unless you have the Hose ship level 12. If you've leveled up your Hose ship, you can definitely use that, because it has cooldowns. The main thing is you just want to make sure that you do have your cooldowns, or a cooldown, so that way Momo will be ready to go on stage 4. Now, we don't have that Nami support, because we are using the Valentine's Nami on Zoro Sanji, so we're not going to be able to get that 1 turn of cooldown, and we're not going to be able to get the cooldown from Yamato. However, what we do have is Kinemon. Now, Kinemon is great for stage 4. He gives 2 turns of cooldowns to slashes, and he can remove paralysis, so he's just a phenomenal unit for this particular fight. Again, on stage 3, we're dealing with the special binds thanks to Garp and the Raizo support, and then Momo just takes care of the binds. We're getting a 1.3 attack and orb boost every single turn with the switch of Zoro and Sanji, or we're getting a 1.5 times orb boost thanks to Odin and Toki. So just be mindful of that however you guys are switching. Plus, you can use tandem orbs and stuff to just generate the super swap of Zoro Sanji. Hitting with Wano orbs on Momo's extending that attack boost, and it just makes killing stage 3 and stage 4 very, very easy. Now, on stage 4, if you have Zoro and Sanji on the left, I actually moved them to the right-hand side, now doing these runs, just because, like, Odin and Toki, they're always going to get cooldowns. But if you are utilizing Zoro Sanji, make sure you are Zoro when you use the Kinemon special. Very important that you do that. Otherwise, Kinemon's not going to give the cooldowns to Zoro and Sanji, which is a bit of a problem. So make sure that you are using that when you are Zoro, and then you can use Momo to remove the damage reduction. Kinemon takes care of paralysis, and you're going to be in a really good spot here. And remember, you are locked onto Marco. He has the most HP, so make sure that you are tapping against Marco very, very early. Now, you do have a super tandem with this team as well. You can use the Momo super tandem, or I believe you can possibly use Zoro Sanji, depending on what level your Zoro Sanji is, because I think Zoro Sanji needs a Luffy or a Yamato on the team. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure they do. Nevertheless, it's pretty easy to take a kill there. And if you find a level 5 Momo, you can, like I said, use the Super Tandem there too. On the final stage, Whitebeard again makes all type orbs unfavorable, or lower attack multiplier. 5 turns of defense up or threshold, which Zoro Sanji can take care of, no matter what. You just need to be careful if you don't have them in their dual form. Only one of them will remove one particular effect. So Zoro removes defense up, Sanji removes threshold. So just be mindful of which one you are when you are doing this. Now, for me, I was Zoro and the defense up, so I had to use it without getting the swap, so I didn't have an attack boost here. However, utilizing the Momo special on this turn right here is probably the smarter move. Use the super type of your Momo, because you are going to get captain swapped, but using the attack boost of Momo right here definitely seems like a play, because the damage on the revive is just, it's very, very easy with the swap of Odin and Toki, and their special being color affinity and being the resistance for slashes. It's a lot more than what you guys see here. But as you can see, I still had plenty of damage to take out Whitebeard even without it, just with literally the swap of Odin and Toki and the special of Zoro Sanji. They provide so much extra damage. It's actually wild. And then on the second turn where the revive is, to remove the despair, we are using the Odin and Toki special. Use their swap to get an orb buff. You have color affinity and then the resistance. If you're using Momo here, you have an attack boost as well, but make sure to use the super type first, so that way you don't trigger the interrupt for rotating orbs, and you can easily take it out there. So that's the level 90 EXP teams. I will be doing some more stuff with level 150 tomorrow. But if you don't see any more PKA content for a little while, it's probably because I'm struggling, because this PKA It's an absolute doozy. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to go down there, belt the like button, hit the subscribe button, do all that good stuff. Most importantly, wherever you guys are in this beautiful world, please remember to enjoy the rest of your day. As always, homies, thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one.